Hello, how are you? In this video, I'll be doing something that I thought would be very quick, but it wasn't, so joke's on me, I guess. What a way to start off. So I'll be drawing these last few pages until I finish this sketchbook, which is still the same sketchbook that I made that one first page for a few videos back. It's my 27th sketchbook, which is actually a lie. I think it's like the 30th that I have, like, right now. Even though I've had many more before and whatnot, but, you know, shit happens, I guess. And I kind of threw those away because I was extremely young and a lot of stuff happened, but I will not get into it. But I will talk about sketchbooks in this video because there is something that I want to talk about, which I've been meaning to talk about and like do for a while now, but I just never did for some reason. So I will draw until I finish this sketchbook because I'm tired. I've had this sketchbook for like since October last year, but like basically November. It was like the ending of October, and I just never finished it because life happens, and I did stuff, I guess, other stuff that wasn't drawing. I did mention in a video that I didn't draw for like a very long time, which was also why I stopped making videos for a while. I got busy, stopped drawing completely, like completely. In fact, I will now get into that. So, for a few years now, I've been drawing less and less because I just stopped feeling that feeling you feel when you draw and you're like, yes, this is it. Oh my god, I love this. You know, I stopped feeling that. Every single day that passed, I was like, I don't want to draw. Drawing is a chore. I don't feel like it. I hate this. And then I just drew less and less and less. And then at some point, like, I would have those peaks where I was like, oh, drawing is actually fun. And then I just would go down again. And that happened, you know, and it went on and on and on and on. I think that if you followed me for like a few years now, you would see me post a lot like, I'm sorry for drawing less and less. I'm sorry that I don't draw as much anymore. I'm so sad that I don't draw as much anymore. I would post that like from time to time. I'm not very active in general. I don't like show what's going on. I don't talk about what's going on. I don't know why. I could. I just don't because I'm just doing stuff or I'm doing nothing. There's no in between. So that went on, right? Then, look, things started off, I drew a lot. That's why I have like 30 sketchbooks. And then like over the years I had less and less, and because I drew so much like at the start, when I drew less I would get tired like very quickly of my sketchbooks. And that's what happened in this case. I've had it for guys, I will have to count on my fingers. Wait. October, November, December, 4 months. Yes, I had to count on my fingers. Don't judge me. Stop. I draw. I don't do math. I don't know. That's actually a lie. I will tell you something extremely random. I mean, this whole thing is random. I don't know. To fall asleep, I like doing like math, and I think in that last video I mentioned like I don't live in the US, right? So I don't use dollars, but for some reason people here really like dollars. We don't use them, so I keep having to, I don't know how you say it. I always say translate money, but that isn't not it. How do you say it? It's not exchange. I don't know, but you get me. I translate money from dollars to my money. Mine, all mine, I wish. And then I do that until I fall asleep, and it's actually really good. It works so well. I just make lists, like I start thinking about, oh, what if I had this and this? I'd have to save up like this amount, and if I got this every month, and then so on and so forth, and really good to fall asleep. I really recommend it. I don't know how I got here. How did I get here? I don't know. I'll just talk about sketchbooks again. So, got tired of it. So I felt like, okay, I had like one specific sketchbook, which I think was sketchbook 19. My god, that was almost 10 sketchbooks ago. But I think it was sketchbook 19, which is like a humongous sketchbook. It has like almost 300 pages. almost, I think. It used to have 300, but it was my mother's book that she made, and then she used to use it, but then she stopped and she ripped like the pages she used out or off, I don't know how you say it. And she gave it to me, right, because I use a lot of books. I use a lot of books. If you have noticed, I'll have like around 30 sketchbooks. It's a little bit of a stretch, you know, lots of books. So she gave it to me, and like I was like, I know myself, I will grow tired of this very fast. So I was like, okay, if I draw 10 pages a day, I will be able to finish it in like a month. But since I know myself, I know that I won't be able to draw 10 pages a day. So it will last like a month or two. It lasted 5 months, but it worked. It lasted 5 months and it has 300 pages. This one lasted 4 months and it has like 50. Just for you to have an idea of how little I draw. I used to draw like so much every day. Like every day. I wouldn't miss a day. And I don't. So that's fun, I guess. I don't know. So I was like, I used to draw 10 pages a day. I can do this. It will take me like, what, 3 hours to draw these pages. It took me more than 10 hours. It took me so long. No, you have no idea of how mad I actually got in the middle of this. I don't know how I pushed through. I don't even know how I was not able to do this, because I've mentioned before in a few videos back, I've been drawing with intention. So like I've been drawing very few lines and drawing like the lines that I actually want to draw, because I know how to draw, right? At this point I should know how to draw. This should have been quick. Why wasn't it quick? I don't know. I got so mad in the middle of this. Look, I like to believe that like I'm a very patient person. In this case, in drawing case, in like life. I have no patience for people, for example, but for drawing, I have a lot of patience. That's why I draw so much, right? Because I drew bad at some point, and I was like, I won't give up. I will continue. That's why I've been drawing for so many years, right? I got so mad. No, I will have to tell you the truth, okay? I will not lie to you. I did take breaks in between. The title is kind of a lie. I don't know what the title is yet. I think it will be like drawing until I finish the sketchbook. Drew for like I don't know how many hours straight. I have not counted yet, but I know it's above 10 hours. I think it's like 12 or 13, but I did not draw like straight. I went to the bathroom at some point because you don't know how mad I got. I was like actually considering just throwing the sketchbook like away, like from a window. I got so mad, and I did rip out pages. I did rip out pages because I could not handle. When I get mad, I have an issue, okay? I get so mad. Like, you know Markiplier? That one, like, I know he's not very famous, like he's kind of like a cult thing, you know, like very small YouTuber and whatnot. You know that one video where he throws a chair against the wall? That was me with the sketchbook. I got so mad. Or like, you know, Markiplier, like very small YouTuber, you know, that one guy. And he had a redacted channel, you know, that one that he had like for around a year. It's like something like that, you know. You might not know it, but it's very cult thing, like very, very not very well known, you know. You know. If you know, you know. Like he'd like punch the wall and ripped a hole in it. That was me, except that my walls are made out of brick, so if I punch the wall, which I've done before, I would break my hand, which I have not done before, but almost. That was me with the sketchbook. I got so mad, and I don't even know why. I have no idea why. Like, now that I think back on it, I don't know why. Like, I finished this like last night? Yeah. I don't know why I got so mad. I have no idea what happened with me in the middle of this, but it happened. Another thing, I ripped like 5-6 pages out because I could not handle this anymore. And I couldn't leave the papers there because I would know. I would see it, like, because I look back on all of my sketchbooks a lot, so I would see it, be really mad again. And I did not want that, so I just ripped them out in pure anger. So, another thing. I have like the last page, like kinda. I glued like the first like page. You know those pages that come like with like put your name and address and whatnot. I glued that like on the cover so that like it's just a blank white thing on the cover, because these books that I use that have like these lines, I get them from the government. They used to give like these bags at school with school supplies, so I was the type of person that just preferred buying like those huge books with like a bunch of, how do you say it? I have no idea, but like you could like separate your subjects in there, and they're huge, and like you could have all in one. I preferred having that because I'm very forgetful. I think you've noticed with how much I forget what I'm talking about in the middle of recording. So I prefer using those, but then I'd have like not just my government books, like that came like 10 or 12 of those, but also my brother's, because like he hated school and he did not do anything, so he would not use his books. So I have like a bunch of those. So I was like, well, I draw a lot, might as well use them. The paper is actually pretty decent. Like, I can use markers on them. Yeah, sure, it bleeds because it's not like thick paper, but it actually is good. Like, I can layer on the paper and it doesn't rip. Very decent. I really like it. So I would glue like that in one page with like put your name in on the cover so that it's white, and the last page also. On the what do you say it? What do you call it? No, what do you say it? What the fuck? I don't know how to speak. How do you say it? The back cover. There you go. Ooh, I still function. So that I'd have like, I don't know, something just blank. I don't like what it, like phrases come in here, just random phrases, and like the national anthem comes in there, and also some other stuff that they want to talk about. So that was something. It's already starting. My voice is already starting to die now. Oh no. Okay, so on the last page, which would be like that one paper that I glue onto the back cover, I would write like my experience through the sketchbook, what happened and whatnot. Even though I would write like what was happening in my life throughout the sketchbook. And I had so much to say that like the last page, not the one that's glued, I used to write like my experience and the like cover. I just wrote a lot. And here we get into another point with the last few sketchbooks. I need to pause for a bit. I don't know why I lose my voice so much in the middle of these. I don't know if it's like because I'm actually not used to talking. Like I barely speak at all. Or if it's because I force my voice. I don't know. To me that I don't force my voice. I mean, I kinda do. I already don't talk, right? Like, no, you have no idea. When I say that I don't talk, I actually mean it. From the moment I wake up, which is like 7, 8 in the morning, till like midday, I just don't speak a word because I don't like talking. But I do know that when I speak like by myself, right, like I am speaking right here, I usually speak in vocal fry a lot because I'm too lazy to speak. I don't know, I'm just not used to speaking, and I will pretend like I am normal or something, I don't know. Sketchbook, focus on sketchbook. Okay, I will talk about my sketchbooks. So, I've been keeping sketchbooks very consistently for like the past 8 years? Oh my god, has it been... Wait, when was 2018? 2018... Yeah, 8 years, my god! How did this happen? It's actually less than I imagined, but also a lot more than I imagined as well. I don't even know how that is possible for you to think about both, but I did. So, I've been keeping sketchbooks very consistently from 2018 onward. And I, like from these 2 first years, like 2018 and 19, I had one sketchbook specifically because I don't know why I didn't draw a lot in sketchbooks. Oh, I know why. I used to draw on paper a lot, like loose printer paper. Now I remember. I have to... wait, I will get into that. So, and from 2020... Dude, in 2020, I had like 8 sketchbooks. I had so many. Like, you have no idea how much I drew in that year. I mean, I think a lot of people did a lot of stuff in that year because of the certain thing that happened, right, worldwide. But I drew so much, like so much in just, 2020 and 2021. But I just drew so much because like I had nothing else to do, right? I didn't study, I didn't go to work. Actually, I did go to work. No, that was 2022. Look, I was useless. I didn't do shit. I would just draw all day long, day and night, my god. And that's how I improved a lot. Everything I learned in those years, I don't know. Like 2020 was the time of my life. Drew, a lot of horrible things happened in the middle of that as well. But yeah, 2021 I was already like consistently being me, I guess. I already had my art style and I did my own things and I did my stuff, I guess, I don't know. But my god, like half of my sketchbooks I think came just from those 2 years alone, and the rest is like from 2018, 2019, 22 onward, so like 5 years. My god, I drew a lot. But yeah, at some point, now I will get into that one thing that I've been meaning to talk about this whole time. I want to make a series where we look at my old sketchbooks. But the thing is, I have some things in there that I cannot show because it's very intimate and some are very cringy and I don't want to get into that. Oh no. But I have to let my cringe out. No, but I don't want to. I don't want to do it. I'm embarrassed just thinking about it. But I really want to show my old sketchbooks and like make a whole series where I show my old sketchbooks. I'm pretty sure I have enough to show a few times, like a few videos of those. So like, I want to do that. And I also, now that I think about it, I should also show like my folders where I have like the loose papers and whatnot. Those will be fun to look at too. Those will be especially fun to look at because I started drawing, like when I started drawing, I drew on loose paper. Or did I? Yeah, I did. I mean, everyone does, right? Your parents give you paper when you're like 3 and they're like, draw. Don't draw on the walls anymore, draw on paper. But I started like drawing human characters and whatnot on paper, and I actually have those drawings still from 2016. I have the beginning of everything, which is rare, I guess. People usually, like, when you ask an artist, like, what was the first drawing you ever made? They don't have it usually. I have, like, drawings I made for my mom, for example, when I was, like, 4 years old or something. But I have the first drawing of when I started, like, drawing anime characters or, like, human figure characters. So that is cool and rare to happen. I can do that. And show other stuff. So like I can show the beginning and whatnot. That's very rare. And I can also, I don't know, be embarrassed by my life or something. But yeah, those are some ideas that I do want to make. Like I need to make those videos. I really want to. So I guess you can look forward to that along with some other stuff. At this point, I'm kind of lost. A lot of stuff happens, I guess. But, oh yeah, another thing. You will watch me make a short little comic in this sketchbook. I do that a lot. Well, a lot is a strong word. I mean, it's 2 words. Is it 2 words? I mean, it's a space lot. Is a word? It's a letter, but is it a word? I don't know. Why am I thinking about this now? Like, what is my issue? When I start recording these, a lot of stuff just happens. I don't know why. Why am I like this? What's my issue? Like, at this point, we all know I have issues. You've been watching me at least for 5 videos talking. You know, and I do too. I have something going on. We just don't know what it is yet. So I make these comics usually in my sketchbooks with my characters just interacting, like random interactions that I just make on the spot, really. Just random things I think about and I'm like, I'll draw that, yeah. So I have a lot of those. Well, not a lot of those. Why did I say it again? It's not a lot. What's my issue? I have those to show, like, from previous sketchbooks. But some are the issue of why I'm so embarrassed to show, okay? Because at some point in my life, I would just, like, replace my characters with other, like, fandom characters. It makes no sense. Like, I have my story, right? And I've had this story for, like, over a decade, and I know my characters. But for some reason, I was just so into a fandom specifically. I was like, well, I could make Selena interact with the fandom if I replaced those characters with those other characters because they're kind of similar in personality and whatnot. And I would just do that. Guys, I have to admit it, okay? It's the creepypasta fandom. No! Yes, poor Jellish. Poor Jellish was replaced with Jeff the Killer at some point. No, my baby boy, no! Anyways, I don't know. I'm so embarrassed to show that. Oh my god, there's that one. No. There's that one comic. My friend knows. They are the only ones that know about that comic. But I know that it was supposed to be Jellish. And like the other characters. I know because, like, for example, the president was the president. I never replaced him. I could have replaced him with, like, what, Slenderman, now that I think about it, because the president is extremely tall and skinny and has, like, that, I don't know, royal vibe, like, leader vibe, and he has, like, a thing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I don't know why I never replaced him. Or did I? No, I didn't. I never did. He was always him. But the rest, I was like, nah. Fandom. Yoo-hoo. Fangirl. Woo. Yoo-hoo. I don't know why. Anyways, exposing my past self, I guess. That's Angel of... I don't know how old I was. That's not me. It was another person, I swear. Please, believe me. Anyways, it was not me. Please, I swear. Please forgive me or something, I don't know. Please, no. But yeah, I could show those, I guess. I don't know. What else was I talking about? I don't know. I need to make sketchbook series. And some other stuff. I am doing everything in my power to not draw digitally. After I lost my brushes, I just never touched my tablet again. I even did stuff like digital stuff on my phone with my finger, but did not take this tablet out. Also because I put my tablet, like, I put it away behind my stereo. So, like, I don't like getting it. I put it away behind the stereo so that's, like, kind of hidden and it's not occupying too much place because I barely have any space on this desk. That's because I'm messy, but you know, I also have a lot of stuff here. So, like, I put it behind there and I just never want to grab it again because I have no idea. It's not hard. My arm is long. I'm tall. I have long arms. I could just, like, reach and grab. I don't know. So, what else can I say? Back to the sketchbook, I guess. So, I was drawing first, like, pictures that I've seen on Pinterest, because that's what I do, right? You have no idea. You go to Pinterest and you see a concept and you draw that. Except that I usually see a picture, I'm like, yes, I can see my character doing this, so I do that. But then I just got so tired in the middle of that. Nothing really struck me. Like, on Pinterest I have a whole folder of drawing ideas, and that I have, like, folders in it as well, like separating what I like the concepts, like lighting, composition, and like what vibe it gives me, like Y2K and retro and vintage, like older stuff, not stuff that's like nowadays, or stuff that is from nowadays that gives those old vibes. And like, for example, nature stuff and whatnot. Like, I have everything separated and very organized. Nothing struck me. I looked at that folder with over 1,000 pins in there and I was like, dude, I don't want this. So what did I have left? Let's make a comic. So I made like the squares and rectangles, because that's the only way that I separate. Like, I would not be good at making comics because I don't know what else I can make. Like, I just use squares and rectangles and that's it. So I do that. Write random things that pop up in my head of conversations my OCs are having, and then I draw. That's how I do things. Talk about comics. I used to like want to make comics, right? That was like the whole thing. Like, I draw and I want to make a comic so bad. Like, that's the end goal. I will learn how to draw. I will learn how to draw quick and shade quick and do things quick and write and this and that. And then I will make a comic. And I did all of that. If you follow me, you will know I even promoted the cover of Who Am I to Love You, Little Miss Future, which was the comic I was going to make. I did the script and everything. I did the character reference sheets. Never came around to it. And I read back on the script a while back, like of the first 2 chapters plus prologue with my best friend, the same one that I always mention. And man, we laughed. We laughed a lot. It was very... Ooh. Dude, I want to know what the fuck I was on. What happened? I don't know. But yeah, I still want to like remake the script and whatnot. I don't know. I'm just not a comic person anymore. Like, I never really was. At some point, like in 2018, I used to like read comics when Webtoon was still cool, you know. Nowadays, very shady. But we won't talk about that. But I have a thing against Webtoon, the app. I don't like you. Same thing with Copic. I don't like you. But for different reasons. More so price, but I don't like you. So like, that was the only era that I actually read comics and whatnot. I don't read them nowadays, but I think they're cool. Like, when an artist that I follow makes a comic, I read that. I have 2 artists whose comic I read. One is it Carissa Me? The name of that artist? I have no idea. No, Calissa Me. I have no idea. Something along those lines. The name of the comic is Made of Stardust. That I know. I read it both in Portuguese, no, what? Spanish and English. I'm making things up right now. And the other, like, 2 comics basically, but from the same artist that I've read are from Xion Soda. I don't know how to pronounce the name in English, but the username is that. They had 2 comics. One was Poika, which was what a comic, and the other one is Raduca and Dolly of some other OCs of theirs. Those are the only comics that I've been like reading consistently, kinda, because like, since they are like normal people, you know, they don't have like a huge like production thing, they don't have people to draw the backgrounds for them. Calissa Me, I think, has a few. I think that they have someone that like paints in the backgrounds or something. I don't know if that's just random information that my brain created, but something tells me that. But Xion Soda does everything themselves, so, and you know, the updates aren't very consistent, but my god, the art of that person is so good. Oh, like, you have no idea. I love their art so much. And every single time I do like anything comic based and try to get stuff like inspiration for that, I look at their art because they're so good at doing the panels and doing things right. Like, chef's kiss for that artist. So yeah, I don't know why I talked about this. Oh yeah, I don't do comics. I will never. I don't know why I want to make one. So I don't know how I will tell the story of Who Am I to Love You, Little Miss Future. So yeah, I have to rethink that. But I have other ideas at this point. I don't know. It's an interesting story in my head, I guess, or something. I don't know. But yeah. Whew. If you have an idea, like I wanted to make like a comic also, for example, for Pekluva, Paradise Corrupted. Paradise? No, Purgatory. Paradise is the other one. I wanted to make a comic for Pekluva, Purgatory Corrupted, which is the story of Cheryu and stuff, and I did the whole script of that as well, like Little Miss Future, and never came around to it. I did actually like sketch it out, never finished, so yeah. That's something. I will never make comics. I will not lie to myself. I will never, so that's why I started like just telling the stories and videos, kinda, because I also don't really give that much detail of what is going on. So yeah, maybe someday, maybe. I just don't have time for it. I am just a normal person, I guess. I don't know. So I guess this is the video of me just absolutely going crazy. Usually my videos are more of a podcast than anything. Like, I try to make the videos that I've used to watch, like from artists when I used to draw, because nowadays I kind of don't, you know. So yeah, I just liked putting them in the background while I drew with them and would listen to them talking. So I kind of hope that I can do the same. I hope you have a nice day and night, and that me being me doesn't scare you away. I don't know. So yeah, here you can see the finished thing. I don't know if this is even connected to the video at this point, like if it's in the same timestamp, but I drew a lot more. I just didn't record everything because it was too long. My phone cannot handle it. But yeah, bye. I'm talking too much. Bye. Have a nice day and night. I don't know.